Hey besties, how are we? My name is Lexi. This is Sincerely Self Podcast. I know I said that I wasn't going to have a break in between the guests that we have lined up for a while. It wasn't just going to be a break with just an episode with me, but it was my birthday this last Tuesday. I turned 23. I had an idea for an episode that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it the week of my birthday. I just felt like that was super fun. So, what we're going to be talking about today is 23 things that I've learned in the 23 years that I've been here. Yeah, I'm super excited. A bunch of my friends, when they sent me like birthday texts, were telling me that they feel like I'm really wise for how old I am. And I've kind of been told that my whole life. I'm mature for my age, I'm wise for my age, and I don't really know what the reasoning for that is. But I think a big reason for what it is and why I love what I do is because I love helping people. I love giving people advice. And I feel like in the last year of being 22, I really figured out what my purpose was. And so, yeah, now I'm excited to be 23 and living in my purpose and sharing the things that I've learned with you guys. I've mentioned this in a few episodes, but I'm a big sister. I'm the oldest sister of 5 siblings from my mom and 5 siblings from my dad. So you can do the math. I'm way oldest sister. And I feel like this is just going to kind of be like almost big sister advice for people who don't have younger siblings. And for my younger siblings, I feel like this is like my episode for them. I have 2 siblings, and they both tell me that they watch the episodes of my podcast. So, Isaac and Leah, if you guys are watching, I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'm just going to jump right into this episode because I don't want to waste any time. We have 23 things to talk about, and I always yap way too much, and I know I'm going to over explain all of this. So, I'm going to try to not get super over explaining, okay? First thing is every person in your life has a reason or a season. Every single person that comes into your life, even if it's for a short amount of time, even if they screw you over, there was a reason that they were there. It was either a blessing or was to teach you a lesson. So you can learn something from this person, and they brought something to your life, whether it was a hard lesson that you had to grow from, or they helped you learn to love yourself a little bit more. Everybody has a purpose in our life, and I feel like that's something that I've been growing to accept a lot. I actually had kind of 2 friend falling outs like back to back in the last like 2 weeks ish. And just from me like kind of standing my ground more with like the beliefs I have around the people I surround myself with. And it is hard, but I can look back and appreciate the things that those people taught me and the things that we served in each other's lives. It doesn't always have to be bad energy. Next thing, number 2, changing yourself to be what you think people will like is never ever going to bring you true happiness. If you're changing yourself to be what you think other people are going to want to see, or doing things that other people tell you that you should do, you're never going to live a life that you actually live, even if you get the things that you want in your life. Like if you're doing it so that you can get a boyfriend, he's not going to actually love you for you because you're not being yourself. Or to get friends, they're not going to know who you really are. So living authentically is the best and only way to bring yourself genuine happiness in life. Number 3, healthy love does exist and you can find it. When I was 19, I think I went through my first heartbreak from my first relationship, and it like completely warped my view of finding healthy love and finding a healthy relationship and finding a good boyfriend after I was done so dirty. I really thought I would never find someone good. And now that I have my boyfriend and just seeing the way he treats me and the people around him and the people who mean a lot to me and his family and his friends, like just seeing the type of person he is and seeing the way he loves me has changed my way of thinking around that. And now I know that healthy love is available. You just have to feel that you're worthy of it. I don't think I attracted in that type of relationship until I felt like that was what I deserved. And for a long time I didn't think that. So you have to believe that you deserve healthy love before you're actually going to receive it. You're going to draw in exactly what you are thinking about, whether it's good or bad. And so if you want a healthy relationship, you need to change the way that you feel about yourself and love yourself first. I spent probably 2 years that I just had to go super inward and start loving myself again, go to therapy, getting on medication, all the things so that I could fix the way I felt about myself. And that after I changed my mindset was when I had and met my amazing boyfriend. So that was kind of a long spiel, but yeah, all in all, healthy love exists and you are very capable of finding it. Just believe that you are. Also, next thing, do not settle for the bare minimum from anybody in your life because they can do a lot more. And when you have the right people in your life who love you for who you are, they will show you that good people are out there and people will love you and give you the love that you deserve. You know, you'll get the love that you give out. And I think for a long time, I put up with relationships and friendships from people who just really genuinely didn't care that much about me and would hurt my feelings, screw me over, whatever. And it wasn't until I realized, like, I don't do this. So why is this happening to me? Like, I don't have to put up with this if I don't want to. That was the moment that I was able to shift. And now I have the most amazing friends in my life that are so supportive of me and an amazing boyfriend. And, so the lessons that I've learned is that it can happen. It is possible. You have to change your mindset around it. Number 6, it's okay to not be like everybody else around you. It's okay to like different things. It's okay to be weird or whatever. It's okay to be different than everybody around you. And it's okay to not fit in. I think a lot of the time we get stuck, especially in high school. I feel like I got stuck in the mentality of I needed to dress exactly like all the girls around me and I needed to have the same interests as them and I needed to listen to the same music and be the same as them so boys would like me. And that just really wasn't who I was. And now I feel like I've gotten more to my core and more to like who I am as a person with my interests and everything. You can be yourself, and being authentic is the most attractive thing you can do. I swear. Being authentic, the energy just radiates off of you. Like, you are on such a high vibration when you are being yourself. You guys can go through and watch the podcast from beginning to now. And I've changed so much as a person. I've definitely embraced myself more. And so you can even tell, like, in the episodes, I'm not very timid anymore. I used to be very shy and timid. And I'm more open to sharing my opinion. I'm more open to being silly. Like, the more authentic you are, the more people are going to feel it, you know? And I feel like as soon as I started being more authentic is when opportunities started happening for the podcast. People can feel authenticity. There may be a lot of people doing what you want to do, but what are you that's different? Your energy is everything. That's number 7. Your energy enters the room before you do. So what are you going to do with it? If you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling insecure about yourself, people are going to be able to feel that. So if you come into the room with a lot of confidence and you're glowing and people can just feel that you're so secure in yourself, it shows more than your looks, in my opinion. Your energy enters the room before you do, so what are you going to do about it? Not everyone is going to like you, and that's okay. I struggled so much through my teen years being a people pleaser, and if I heard that somebody didn't like me, it literally like ruined my week if I knew that somebody didn't like me. But part of growth is people not liking you. Honestly, a lot of people are not going to like you when you are doing something that they are scared of. Or sometimes people aren't going to like you because they don't agree with you, and that's okay. If you are being authentic to yourself, some people are going to be repelled by it. Not everybody meshes. I think that's the biggest thing I've tried to realize is that not everybody gets along. So it's okay if people don't like me. It doesn't have to completely control my brain. Next thing, money will come and go, but experiences have no value. Experiences you can't make up. I grew up in a family that struggled a lot financially, and so from a young age, like, I definitely had a lack mindset around money, which is fine, like, I knew to be like careful with my money. And since then, I've been trying to, since I recognized it, probably like 2 years ago, I've been trying to fix my mindset around money so I can change it. And there's a lot of experiences that I missed out on just out of a money lack mindset. And I think in the same sense, it's good to not be super reckless with your money. But if you have a crazy experience that you can, do it because life is so, so short. That brings me into my next lesson. Life is so short. You never know when it's going to be the last time that you see somebody. So always let people know how much they mean to you and how much you love them. Back in 2019 and 2020, within a year, I had 2 people who I loved and really, really admired pass away unexpectedly, both of them. And it completely changed the way that I view talking to people. It completely changed the way that I view everything. I don't know, maybe this is a bad mindset to have, but I always try and end a conversation with somebody letting them know how much I love them because I don't know if that's my last conversation with them. That is kind of a sad way to live your life, but in the same sense, like, I never want to be like, why didn't I tell them this? Why didn't I let them know that? Why didn't I fix that? Because you never know if you're going to have a chance to fix that with somebody. You never know if you're going to have the chance to tell them that you love them or how much they mean to you or how much they've helped you. So I have started making sure that every conversation I have with people, I tell them I love them because I love them. And if it's the last thing I tell them, I want them to know it. Loving yourself will completely change your life. It will completely change everything about your life, everything going on in your life. I believe wholeheartedly that loving yourself is the root to having everything work out for you in life and just having all the best things be drawn into you. And I also want to say that loving yourself is not linear, and you're going to go through phases where you struggle with it again, even no matter how much you worked on it, because we're human. So loving yourself is going to completely change your life. Next thing is surround yourself with like minded people. Have friends that are accomplishing things if that's what you want to do. If you want to have friends that go out and party, then make sure you have friends that are doing the things that you want to do. And for me, like, there's a lot of friendships that I had to stop having because these people were not dedicated to the same things that I was, which is not a bad thing. We were just literally looking for different things in life. But for now, I'm like, I want to surround myself with people who are hardworking, who know what they want in life, or they're trying to figure it out, who are dedicated to growth, who are dedicated to bettering themselves and trying to be more self aware, who are supportive, who are caring. These are the type of people I want to surround myself with because that is the type of person that I want to be. And like it or not, you become the person that you surround yourself with. So be picky about who you're around because it could affect how you become. It's okay to start over. It's okay to move. It's okay to start from ground zero. Things are going to fall apart sometimes and they're not going to go the way that you want it to, but restarting is the bravest and best thing that you can do. It's okay to have to rebuild your life a few times. Next thing is taking care of your body will make it take care of you. Growing up, I was like pretty overweight. I never really worried too much about my health at all, any aspect of it, until I started having like some health problems that I was like, okay, well, I noticed when I'm eating well, when I'm going to the gym, when I'm drinking a lot of water, when I'm taking my vitamins, my body feels better. So that's what I'm going to try and do. So as I've been struggling with the health things that I've had going on, I've noticed that taking care of my body has made it more manageable. So my advice to you is take care of your body and it will take care of you. Invest in hobbies. Find things that you like to do and find, even if it's just something like going for a walk or making a dessert or drawing or coloring or listening to music, anything. Find the things that make you who you are because I think so often we get stuck in the mindset of letting the things around us define who we are and the people we're around or our job or whatever, but you're so much more than all those things. Like, there are things that we like as a kid that really can become our future. Like, I did an episode with Dr. Hendry last week, and she had mentioned that art was something that she had loved since she was little, and she ended up being able to make it into her career and eventually a business. So you never know. Sometimes when we're little, we just have no fear. So those are our genuine interests. And now we don't like those things because we have the fear of failure. We don't have that as a kid. So going back to your roots, literally, and finding the things that you really like to do. Like for me, I love playing the piano and I love drawing. Those are things that I did as a kid. I love dancing. And those are things that I started letting go of as I got older. I just felt like I didn't have time. And the more that I embrace those things and try and make time for it in my day, the more that I have felt better mentally. So try and find some hobbies. A heartbreak does not define you, okay? Getting your heart broken, unfortunately, for a lot of us, is just kind of a rite of passage in life. But for me, I let it define me for a really long time. I let it define the way I felt about myself. And it ended up being the biggest catalyst for me to like improve myself and like actually love myself. But that's like, I used to use that as the defining point of why I did what I did. Like, no, that's not the reason that I started improving myself. I started improving myself because I knew that I loved myself and I needed to show it to myself better. No person made me do that. I did that for me. And yeah, the things that happen to you do not define you. It just makes up a part of what made you who you are, but that does not define you at all. Stop comparing yourself to other people. I'm also so guilty of this, especially with social media. You see people, so many people, all the time, everywhere. Do not let other people define you and how you feel about yourself, okay? Half of them are living a life that you could not even imagine, really. So do not let somebody else, how they look, what they're doing, define how you feel about yourself. You guys are different for a reason, okay? And yeah, you never know who that person really is, what they're actually doing and dealing with. It's never as pretty as it looks online. So, next thing, every opportunity is an opportunity to learn. I went to a conference one time and I don't remember who said it or exactly what they said, but they just said you can learn from literally everything that you experience in life. And I really believe that. The world is your teacher. And as long as you're constantly a learner, you're constantly going to grow. The minute that we are sabotaging ourselves is when we feel like we know everything. You never know everything. You will never know everything. Try and take everything as an opportunity to learn something. The past and the future only exist in our heads. The thing that's really existing is the present moment. Like, we're the one that's keeping the past alive, and we're the one who's focused too much on the future, you know? All we have is the present moment, and I think we all get caught up in the nostalgia of the what has been and all those things, but you can't control it. It already happened. There's genuinely nothing you can do about it. And the future is determined by the right now. So all you have is the right now. Try and live in it more. The last thing is to treat yourself like somebody you love. Take care of yourself like you would your best friend. Take care of yourself like you would your sister. Treat yourself like somebody you love and care about, and it will help you feel a lot better. I promise. I'm gonna end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed all the lessons that I've learned in my 23 years, and I hope maybe you can let me know some of the lessons that you've learned. All in all, I just want to say I'm so grateful for all the things I've experienced in life. It's really made me who I am, and I wouldn't change anything at all for one bit. I now have a link for Hollister. Hollister sent me an amazing camo hoodie. I have a video of it on my TikTok and my Instagram. It's their like classic camo hoodie. They sent it to me. So amazing. If you guys want to go get the same camo hoodie or check out my Hollister favorites, I will have those linked in the description. Also, Every Jewels, if you use my code that is in the description, you will get 20% off of your jewelry, you guys. And Every Jewels always has deals as well, and you can use it on top of those deals. So, the code is Alexis889, but in case you forget, it's also in the description, so make sure to go check those out. Make sure to check out my link tree so you know all the platforms that Sincerely Self is available. I'm in the works of some really big announcements, so be expecting that in the next couple weeks. And yeah, I would not want to spend my birthday week any other way than recording. I'm actually about to go record a guest podcast that we will be having next week, so be excited for that. I will see you guys next week.